Today on Awakening with Amy, how living from the end manifests and creates your ideal reality. Welcome, I'm Amy Valentine, here to help awaken within you your ideal life so you can be, do, and have any desire. And today we're going to talk about how to live from the end of wish fulfilled. Neville Goddard's brilliant teaching. We're going to simplify it today. Because when you embrace this teaching, it literally will transform anything in your life. So get ready. Get ready to embrace the simplicity of this beautiful teaching from Neville Goddard. Living from the end. What does it mean? Well, what he's talking about and what he's pointing to is about our self-concept, knowing ourselves as that fulfilled, perfect, whole being already. What we forget from time to time when we're in this physical body, right? Wish fulfilled is your natural state of being. So when we live from that end, we're living from the knowing of who we are, not from the appearances, not from what it looks like, right? But from the knowing, that heart knowing of who we really are, that we're here to forget that we're already whole and perfect, fulfilled, to remember, so we can choose and create and have different perspectives and see ourselves from all these different vantage points. That is wish fulfilled in a physical body, right? Living from the end of wish fulfilled is knowing that I am the creator. I am the only one that creates in my reality. That's what Neville was pointing to, that wish fulfilled. It's already done. It's already yours when you know who you really are. When you remember who you really are. So embrace your imagination, your I, the I am awareness, your imagination as the God of your reality, like Neville invites us to. And when we embody that teaching, we live from the end of wish fulfilled naturally because we're remembering our connection. And that's just naturally makes you feel that unconditional love, that wholeness, that joy, that gratitude of Source. So let's read a Neville Goddard quote and then we'll get deeper into the video today. When you ask yourself what you can do to transcend your present limitations in life, you are dwelling upon the means. God doesn't ask you to consider the means, but to define the end. God doesn't ask you to consider the means. The means is, how's this going to happen? When's this going to happen? Every time we contemplate and consider the means, the how, it just brings up the doubt, the fear, the worry, like, I can't do this. I have $5 in my bank account. How could I even imagine myself being a multimillionaire? Or I have hardly any money. How can I imagine myself buying my dream house? Or I don't have any prospects. How can I imagine that special person coming into my life? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. God doesn't ask you to define the means, only to define the end. And the end is guaranteed. The end is fulfillment, right? So we want to stop playing the non-fulfillment game, the game of the ego. The ego isn't wrong. It's just limited in its view. It's a thought. It's only a thought of fear. That's all the ego is. And Bashar says so beautifully, any thought that is sponsored by fear, that is based in limitation and lack, can't be true. You can have that experience, but it can't be the truth of who you are. So that's it. We want to stop buying in to the stories of limitation and lack and start buying into the fulfillment, living from the end of wish fulfilled no matter what's going on, right? So that's what the common problem is, right? We've imagined it. We thought about winning the lottery. We thought about the money, the house, the lover, the vacations, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. We thought about it and it didn't happen in a physical way. And so it just brings up that doubt. Well, no, I guess I don't create my own reality. I guess I can't be, do, and have anything. I guess all things aren't possible. That's the lie. So we have to stop buying into the bogus parts of reality by questioning everything. When we question it, we're no longer resisting it. We're saying, I'm the operant power. I get to choose what I want to believe, right? So the only reason that we're imagining something and it's not happening is because we're giving more belief, more validity to the already manifested reality, to what we can see. We're giving the reasoning mind all the power, and the reasoning mind has no power except its only job is to focus, is to deliberately imagine the way we want things to be. And that's how we connect to our divine nature. That's how we connect to our higher self. And that higher self already knows the how and the when. And when you trust that, then you're living from the end of wish fulfilled. When you don't trust it, you're believing in non-fulfillment. And we want to stop making that an option, right? So when we dwell upon the means, remember, just remind yourself, I'm going back into that sort of thinking I have to make it happen, meaning the human me, the ego, instead of knowing it's already happened, it's already done, it's already mine, right? When we focus on the end, we're focusing on our fulfillment, that it's guaranteed, and we're be indifferent to any contrary circumstances, because Neville says indifference is the knife that severs. It severs our connection to what we no longer want to experience. And indifference doesn't mean cold or apathetic. By indifference, he means non-resistant, because you're taking for granted that my wish is already fulfilled, it's already mine, it's already done, so I'm going to be surprised and delighted by all the ways it shows up. So we want to stop, again, buying into doubt and fear and start questioning it from that perspective of, I can be, do, and have anything. I am one with God. So my imagination, like Neville says, is the God of my reality. So when I say I am God and there is no other, that means I'm the operant power. I get to decide what I want to believe, what I want to choose to put my attention and focus on, because what I put my attention and focus on is what I believe to be true. That's what operates. That's what, right? The unseen energy. So stop believing in your limitation and start believing in your unlimited nature. However you need to do that. Just pick a mantra. Like we said last week, it's done, it's already mine, it's already done. Or, I am God and there is no other. I am reality and there is no other cause of reality but me, my consciousness, my imagination. And I can imagine whatever I want. It doesn't matter when the fleeting thoughts of doubt appear. It doesn't matter when memories appear. It doesn't matter what you're looking at. Make your imagination the one and only reality by living from the end of fulfillment. That no matter what it is, it's already fulfilled. It's already mine. It's already done. And when you don't trust in your imagination as your God, then you give more validity, more attention to the unwanted circumstances. And then you start pushing against it and fighting it and resisting it. And when we do that, we make it more real. And remember what Bashar says, there is no reality to fear. There is no reality to non-fulfillment. You create that experience by believing in it, not believing in who you really are, right? So remember that everything that you're living, every thought, every idea, every physical experience, every encounter is just a projection of consciousness. So don't judge it as good or bad, right or wrong. Judge it as just one option and then choose again. I die daily, Paul said to the Corinthians. What is he dying of? He's dying to the old ways of thinking, the old ways of believing. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. No facts are final. These are all the things I'm just telling you that I tell myself when I get caught up in that loop of doubt. I just keep affirming the truth. Keep affirming the truth, and it just gets easier and easier. And then you don't judge yourself when you have a bad moment. You just let yourself feel it, feel the grief, feel the doubt, feel the anxiety. Let yourself feel it till it ends, knowing there is no source of fear. There's only a source of love. So if I'm feeling this anxiety, if I'm feeling this fear, if I'm feeling this doubt or worry, it's guidance telling me that I'm filtering that one loving energy through a bogus belief. And it's asking me to question it, to look at it, not to believe it, not to resist it. Be indifferent. That's how you live from the end. Be indifferent to anything that looks contrary. Living from the end of wish fulfilled is knowing, is taking for granted that fulfillment is my true nature and that I'm here to have that physical experience. And I'm always sort of molding the clay, right? Nothing is concrete. Remember that. No facts are final. Put your attention on affirming your end. What is your end? Fulfillment. It's done. It's already mine. I am source and creator. There is no other. And that is what the universe will mirror back to you when you keep telling yourself that and keep affirming that and keep understanding that you are who you are being is what creates and manifests your reality. So how you live from the end of wish fulfilled is to know who you really are. That there's only here and now. The past is an illusion. The future is an illusion. There's only here and now. So put your attention and your focus. Take for granted that the end is about you being fulfilled. And that's it. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking and sharing the video. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for your awesome comments. And until next week, I'll see you soon.